Hi, lovelies. Welcome to day 9 of 20 days of calm with Tiffany. Today is Good Friday, and of course, it's extremely symbolic. And I personally have decided to make it a day of stillness and reflection for me. Because it's public holiday. I also want to rest. I want to reflect. I want to reflect on the week's activity. I want to reflect on the month activity. I want to reflect on the year's activity. See how far I have come. The goals I set for myself at the beginning of the year. See how far I've actually gone with them, both character-wise and career-wise. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Today's topic is I know I mentioned that I wanted to talk on how to deal with pressure, but I then decided to tweak it a little to the science of calm. So today, I'm not just talking from a motivational place, I'm giving you the science behind it. Because when you understand how your body works, you'll stop blaming yourself for being too emotional or being too stressed. So this particular topic is so robust and it's so loaded that I decided to break it into two parts for your benefit. I could have just rushed through it, but I'm like, no, they need to really learn this. So we're talking about the science of calm, how to deal with stress. You're excited, right? I am too. I know. I give you my accolade. You know I'm trying for you people. You know. Anyway, let's get into it. Stress, of course, can be physical and it can also be psychological. Maybe you're put in the cold, everywhere is freezing and then you're shivering. That's a physical kind of stress. So when you have a very serious exam ahead of you and you're preparing for it and you're reading, you can't sleep, you're stressed out, those are psychological kind of stress. I hope you're still following me. If you're following me, say, yes, I am following. Yes, I am following. Just write that in the comment section so I can know that you're still following me. So now we have acute stress and we have chronic stress. Did you get that? We have acute stress, we have chronic stress. Now, let me explain the science behind stress to you. When you're stressed out, your heart rate speeds up. And then there's a chemical in your body that is being released. Adrenaline is being released into your system when you're stressed out. And then there's epinephrine. So now note this, your heart rate speeds up when you're stressed. Epinephrine is released, adrenaline is released. Of course, to help you, you know what adrenaline is. If you don't, well, I'll cover it in another class or maybe after this challenge. So these two things are released into your system to help you cope, to give you more energy. And then your heart rate, speeds up. Imagine when you're running, for example, your heart rate starts beating fast, right? That's what I'm trying to explain. Now, if you want to cope with stress, I'm going to give you a tool, a cheat code on how to activate some systems in your body that helps cope with stress. And it's by activating some other system in the body called the parasympathetic nervous system. Parasympathetic nervous system. I'm sure now you're asking me, how do I activate this thing? Give me the cheat code now. Beg me. Of course, I'm going to give it to you. That's why you're in this class. The process of activating this parasympathetic nervous system is called the physiological sigh. Now, there's something you need to know. When you inhale, your diaphragm moves down. That's a skeletal structure. It moves down, and then your lung expands. Then your heart also creates more space. Then the blood that flows into your heart, of course, slows down when this happens. When you inhale, the blood moving to your heart slows down. Now, when the blood moving to your heart slows down, it sends a signal to the brain that the blood going to the heart is slowing down. Okay. Then the brain says, okay, the heart, oh yeah, beat faster to pump out more blood. Now, the opposite happens when you exhale. So the whole idea is for you to exhale longer than you inhale. That is that is the fastest way to calm your body. Remember one of the classes we took about silence, I said, breathe in for 4 seconds, exhale for 6 seconds. So the exhale, it should be longer, of course, than the inhale. Now, let me now teach you a trick. You can try double inhale and then a longer exhale. This is it. I promise you, if you try this technique when you are stressed, when you're angry, when you're tired, If you try this like 2 or 3 times when you're stressed, the body immediately produces more serotonin, which gives you that feeling of bliss, that calmness that you desire. You can do this after a meeting, after a tough call, after an argument. We shouldn't get into arguments anyway. We should always communicate, not argue. But that's a conversation for another day. But you can do this. Like, it's so quick. I do it often. Now I want us to do it together. 1, 2, go. Like, I felt calm instantly. So guys, we have come to the end of this class. I hope you learned something. I hope you will start practicing your double inhale and the longer exhale. So now that you have calmed your body, let us speak to your mind. Affirmation time. I am grounded, I am safe, and in control of how I respond to life. Now, what we're going to be having today is emotional assessment. I have just a question for you, and you don't have to answer me, but I just want you to answer yourself. When was the last time you felt at peace with yourself? Like, you can actually say, I am at peace with everyone around me and with myself. When was the last time you felt that sense of calmness and bliss? Thank you for joining me for day 9 of 20 Days of Calm, and I'll see you tomorrow. But until then, let us keep growing and learning together. Bye.